Welcome to Executive Insights. My guest today is Maria Aiello, Global Head of Private Markets and Real Estate Technology with Manulife. Having been a senior technology executive in the real estate industry for most of her career, Maria believes the commercial real estate market can be reimagined through the role of technology. And there are plenty of opportunities for the PropTech industry to innovate and contribute to the future of work. Maria shared 3 things that are top of mind for her and her CIO peers. And she offered a unique perspective for women who are considering a career in technology. Hi, Maria. So glad to have you today.
Hi, Nasheen. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I look forward to our conversation.
Maria, you and I have known each other for quite some time. In fact, it just occurs to me that you've represented 4 companies at our CIO roundtable: Morguard, Rego, PwC, and now Manulife. As a seasoned real estate industry CIO and now global head of private markets and real estate technology with Manulife, what are your observations on the global and Canadian commercial real estate market? Do we have a reason to be optimistic?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that it is an imperative to remain optimistic during these unprecedented conditions, Nasheen. Certainly, the media is playing with our minds and what we expect might occur in the next 12 to 18 months, but it is certainly important to step back and realize that there's a lot we don't know about what the future holds, and that the demand for office space, the decisions that we make for our return to office strategies is going to continue to change based on regulations that may be introduced, based on the availability of a vaccine. Certainly all of those things, together with many more, will impact the demand for office space globally.
Yeah, I hear you completely. I don't envy the position you're in right now, Maria. On one hand, you're part of the industry ecosystem that's reeling from the volatility of COVID-19. On the other hand, as a senior technology leader, you must continue to advance the digital transformation agenda to find efficiencies and protect your business and continue to deliver customer experience in the new normal. Do you think technology is the answer to save the industry? And if so, where are the opportunities?
So that's an excellent question. I believe that technology may not be the answer to saving the industry, but I certainly believe that technology is going to help navigate the industry through these unprecedented times and perhaps reap the benefits of opportunities that will arise. So as an example, having been in this industry for most of my career, I've had to sell the industry and organizations on the opportunities of technology without really the true adoption or engagement of the solution. It has been very difficult. But now that we are in conditions that have forced a pivot to work from home and the dependence on technologies and digital, it is certainly an opportunity for us to be innovative, to become even a stronger partner with our businesses, to realize the benefits and implement the technologies and strengthen our digital presence through these times. And there's certainly been new opportunities that have arisen as a result of this pandemic that we basically can help the business to transform their operating models to be somewhat more confident in using digital to drive business, as opposed to being completely dependent on traditional operating models. So we've seen the pandemic, a pivot to work from home, meaning that perhaps we must develop a confidence in the ability to collaborate with our partners instead of being in person to do virtual tours, as an example. Virtual tours have become often the primary, as opposed to the backup or the secondary, where all stakeholders weren't in the same geography. So now it has become something more comfortable. As an example, we now have to focus on traceability and contactless and touchless opportunities within our physical space to basically give employees and tenants the feeling of confidence and safety in their workplace environment. So certainly that's the focus, and we can leverage that and become more innovative in the way we deliver to employee safety where we never had to before.
Yeah, that's perfect. And in fact, it's a perfect segue to my next question. So with the virtual working as the new operating model for many organizations, how does the prop tech industry as a whole respond to it and continue to drive innovation to align with the future of work?
It's a great question. You know, we've often seen in the media throughout this pandemic, is there the doom of PropTech? As you know, where is PropTech going to land? And certainly game-changing times. And I see PropTech playing a greater role in possibly areas that no one believed would be important to the real estate industry. And I think that is an opportunity for PropTech solution providers, vendors, even those that are thinking about solutions or ideas to bring to market, the importance of the workplace, the importance of flexible working, the importance of digital transactions, the importance of virtual tours and collaboration of stakeholders that are not in the same geography, that will no longer travel to those geographies or not as confidently. So there are huge opportunities for PropTech, I believe, to uncover the gaps in the new normal and working environment that we now have been forced to face and work within.
Yeah, that's a great point, Maria. So I wanted to change the direction of the question a little bit and talk about you. And you are certainly passionate about many things, and you're a very active participant in many CIO initiatives within your industry and across the industries. If you had to pick 3 important things that are on a CIO's mind right now, what would they be?
So I think that pandemic has strengthened 3 topics and subjects that have always been dear to my heart and to many of my peers, but it's really kind of managing talent in an environment like this has become ever more important. We are basically managing talent for our own organizations to ensure that we have the right balance of talent to support a workforce that has entirely been thrown on its head by a pivot to work from home. So I think the importance of having the right operating model from an IT organization perspective has never been more important. And certainly the organizations, I believe, have now placed their technology resources at front and center as opposed to being, you know, order takers. Are certainly part of a strategy to enable workplaces to be more inviting and supportive of the employees. So I certainly think talent sits at the top. And the second thing is being an innovative partner to the business, because businesses are forced to rethink their operating models. And I believe, you know, as a add-on to your question earlier, it might not necessarily save businesses or industry as a whole from a real estate perspective, but from an operating model perspective, we as CIOs and senior technology professionals can certainly help businesses to rethink opportunities that can be saved or reimagined through technology. And then the third is the mitigation of risk, because certainly a climate like this must ensure that you have the proper security strategies in place and the proper cyber content in place and the right people thinking around protecting our organizations from the risk that this pandemic can often impose.
Very well said. Yeah, thank you for that. And Maria, you're an accomplished woman and a senior technology leader. You're also a loving mother and a daughter. You seem to have it all. So what's your advice for women who are struggling and also those who are considering technology as a career?
So that's a great question, one that continues to to be asked by so many. I believe, though, that the pandemic has actually helped to strengthen the position of a technology career, most especially for a woman, because we've actually reinforced the ability to be successful and productive from home. And the pandemic has also reinforced, as you and I have discussed quite often over the duration of the pandemic, the importance of family and the return to the roots of who we are. And it's not a bad thing to want family and be with family at the same time as being a contributing professional. So I do think choosing a career in technology enables that balance, and it allows us to be more fulfilled in all facets of being a woman, and that doesn't have to be a choice that we make. We don't have to choose between a career and a family. We can have both, and I think technology offers that. I do believe employers, those that haven't been flexible in the past, will certainly rethink being flexible in the future, whereas it relates to a career in technology, and having them, technology professionals in the office doesn't have to be necessary, because we've proven that we can continue to be successful and enable organizations to continue to be profitable and actually exist. So I do think it's a great choice for a woman, and certainly proven through the pandemic.
Thank you so much, Maria, for this great conversation. I really enjoyed all your insights. You've been watching another episode of Executive Insights by the IT Media Group. Thank you for tuning in.